Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. The best way is... If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know? I want to tell you guys something. What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out about crypto. My name is Ben. Where's Hunter's balls? Wet. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. Home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben. It is Monday, December 26th. Most of you guys are probably off of work. We gave all our employees off work today, but guess who's here? Me and TJ. Big shout out to Johnny for coming in the morning and setting up the live stream. Hey, normal day today. We recorded 2 videos. You know, this is what we do. We grind on the holidays. We've got some of our best work done on the holidays, is actually the truth. Even though today is technically not a real holiday. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come to you live every single day at this time. Make sure to do us a favor. If you appreciate that we come in when everybody else is off work, then make sure to smash that like button. Number one thing you can do to help with crypto adoption. Number one thing you can do to help the channel, smash that like button. All you got to do, if you're watching on mobile, exit out of the live chat, come back, hit the like button, then come back into the live chat so you don't miss all of our beautiful chatters. And then also, if you're watching on smart TV, bottom left-hand corner screen or right-hand corner screen? I can't remember anymore.
Bottom left.
What's that?
I think it's left.
Left corner of the screen. Hit more actions, more options. Then hit react. And then like this video guide. Ben, do I like Scooby-Doo? Well, I will tell you that I did pull the mask off of Sam Bankman-Fried, and it was Gary Gensler. That's what I'll tell you. No, I used to always watch. I used to go to my great-grandma's house every single afternoon and watch Scooby-Doo when I was a kid. And she had banana popsicles. Are you a fan of banana popsicles?
No.
A lot of people are not. Banana
like
flavored anything
popsicles.
is my favorite.
Not banana popsicles.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than sliding a banana down your throat. Nothing better. Nothing better. I mean, it's true. I mean, I love banana flavored things. What about runts? Do you like the banana runts?
No.
Banana runts, the only ones I like. You know, do they still have those? Ben, seriously, Craig Wright is not involved in Bitcoin. I lost serious respect for your tweet about this. Prove it is what I would tell you. He's on the original mailing list. Craig Wright is not Satoshi. I want people to understand this. But when you really understand, like, yes, he is. Are we going to talk about this today? I don't know if is Johnny in here?
He's right there.
Johnny, are we talking about Craig Wright at all today?
I don't.
We are? Okay, I'll talk. Is it any quick hits? XRP. We'll talk about it a little more in the future. But guys, why do you think, it's common sense, why do you think that Craig Wright is so ballsy when it comes to talking about being the creator of Bitcoin? It's because he knows who created Bitcoin and he knows that person is dead. That's the only answer. He can't move the key. He doesn't have the original keys. Hal Finney's wife just came out and said he had at least 250,000 Bitcoin, right? Wasn't that the number? Maybe it was 215,000. A lot of Bitcoin that they're going to be liquidating at some point. She has access to those. So the fact is it's the only thing that logically makes sense. You cannot say Craig Wright was not involved at all in the early days of Bitcoin. There's too much evidence saying that he is. He overstates and exaggerates what he is and what he did 100x. There's no question about that. He's not Satoshi. He didn't create Bitcoin, but he was on the mailing list and he was very early. Dave Kleiman, also very mysterious death, was involved with Craig Wright. So there you go. What are your thoughts on cornucopias? Look, it's Christmas time, Thanksgiving. You really think about cornucopias. So I don't see how it's relative to Christmas. Maybe a fruitcake. Cornucopias, I believe, is a metaverse on Cardano. I don't really have strong feelings about it one way or the other. But sure, there we go. Good morning, Ben. Much respect to you on the corruption, the government, and FTX. Guys, we got much more. We got much more coming on that in the next few weeks. Speaking of, I do want to real quick come over here to, it is OperationBahamasForever.com. If you could drop that in the tweet. Thoughts on Adam? He was a great start to mankind. Eve, also very good.
Different spelling.
Different spelling. That's correct. Different spelling. Thoughts on Adam? I like Cosmos. I look for Cosmos to be a top 5, a top 5 layer 1. You agree? Top 5?
Top.
Cardano, Ethereum.
Yeah.
What next?
Yeah. I could see a top 5. A lot of people say layer 0, but you know.
Polka dot, layer 0. And guys, stop with that layer 0 crap, okay? We all know what we're talking about when we talk about layer 1. Don't go all MacGyver like Corey Klippenstein and try to be all semantical about, it's the emission rate, it's not the inflation. Yeah, you added the circulating supply every year, you douche. People understand what we're talking about. That's another story. I can't stand that guy. He needs to go try to blow up his own company with a hair clip like MacGyver would do and be a little smarter. Have you seen his haircut? Talk about bad haircuts. Corey Klippenstein got a terrible haircut. This guy needs to go to the barber for sure. And look at the track record of people I've said have bad haircuts. Mark Davis, Raiders. Look at this. Terrible season. Terrible season. Lost on the last play of the game to the Steelers. Sam Bankman-Fried, terrible haircut. Enough said. Janet Yellen, terrible haircut. Brad Sherman, terrible haircut. Corey Klippenstein, terrible haircut. Looks like MacGyver. Guys, this is not the 80s. It's the 2020s. So anyways, the point here is, if you go to operationsbahamaforever.com, we have the link in the chat. It'll take you here to this link tree. This is our NFT project that we did with Guido Val. Okay, obviously he was on the show on Friday. And this is on ICP. All you got to do is click here, buy on Intrapot. For you guys that are not in ICP, I really suggest this is a cool way that you can go and learn about ICP and learn how to use it, learn how to use the Internet Computer Protocol. This is Intrapot. Here we go. Welcome to the BitBoy Operations Bahama Forever sale. Now, very upfront about all this. All the money that we bring in here is going to our lawsuit against FTX. It's on the behalf of me and 2 other people. There's a big win in the end of this if we win this lawsuit, and it benefits everybody who lost money on FTX, okay? Can't say exactly what the end goal is right now, but that is the fact, okay? Number 2, any money that's left over from the funds of this, I think it'll be like $80,000, $90,000 total, somewhere around there. I'm not even 100% sure. This goes to our political action committee, the BitPAC, to help push smart crypto regulation to prevent things like FTX from happening again. And I also found out there's a lot of big lawsuits right now against FTX. I'm going to have more about that later this week. But anyways, you guys can check this out. Right now, we've sold 1,365. There's still 7,523 available. The end date is in 5 days. Guys, it's only 3 ICP. It's like $12 in NFT. So we're not gouging anybody. This is about really just getting the money to get this lawsuit over the finish line. So that way we can have a huge benefit. If we win this lawsuit, which our lawyer says the people in the Bahamas are freaking out. The government is about our lawsuit. It's going to be a huge benefit to people who lost money with FTX and potentially lost money with other platforms as well. And if you're in the BitSquad, if there's money we're able to give out and help people with, people in the BitSquad, y'all are going to be first in line. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee from me to you. Not exactly sure how we're going to do it yet, but down the road, that's going to make a lot more sense to you guys. We're trying to do something absolutely massive. So you guys make sure to check out the link in the description. Go check out some of these NFTs. 25% goes to the artist. So I do want to be upfront about that as well. 75% stays with us for our lawsuit and political action committee. Now, TJ, you know what I was thinking is I think we should probably keep any funds. Right now, we got $15,000 into the lawsuit. So that's what we have in it so far. What we're going to do, I think with the rest of it, if it goes to the political action committee, we'll keep it in ICP, I think. We can hold crypto in our 501c3 and our 501c4. What do you think? You think that's good to hold it in ICP over there?
It depends on when you think you're going to need it again, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we could liquidate or people have to understand this is going to a cause. It's kind of like when I bought Bitcoin originally, I was using it as a currency. We're not trying to sit on this forever. We're trying to use this to push things forward. But it would be nice if the price of ICP started going up and we were able to multiply the dollar amount that we had sitting in here. So Mark says, Cache ICP is extremely undervalued. Your kids will thank you. Somebody reported one of my ICP videos for being branded content on TikTok. Guys, ICP's never paid me $1. I don't ever expect $1 from anybody at ICP. I've talked to the founder. We're in no way sponsored by ICP. I want people to understand that. I've really liked what I've seen with them, and they've really been treated unfairly. That's why I'm giving what I believe to be fair treatment to this community. And Guido Val stepped up, top artist on ICP, and wanted to do this for us. And, definitely shout out to him. And I think we're going to do a Twitter Spaces maybe today or tomorrow on this. So there you go. You guys can check that out. All right, let's check out the markets, guys. Markets coming in 22,000. Yeah, can you put that link in the description as well,
yes.
TJ?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
22,127 cryptos. They told you this number would be 200 by the end of this bear market. Keeps going up. I explained why. Exchanges 533, 810 billion in market cap. That's the exact same that it was. Is this new?
Yeah, the price moved by like $60 over the weekend. It hasn't moved at all. Yeah.
Do you think this is going to go down as the low day of volume over the last couple of days? Let's see if I can click on 7 days here. See if we can see what the volume is. The volume would be down here, actually, I think. Let's click 7 days here. The volume dropped all the way down to $12 billion. That can't be true. That's like a flash.
That looks like a glitch.
Looks like a glitch. Over here, it was down to 11. Wait. It's not even taking that into consideration.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it said $2 billion. Yeah, that's a glitch. We've got 11 billion. We have 14 billion. Looks like 11 billion. Wait, did that say 8 billion? 8.4 billion? What is this? This is excluding Bitcoin. That's why. That's excluding Bitcoin. I see. So you'd have to combine these numbers. This is the overall. Okay, this is much better here. So we're on the 7 day. It looks like the low here would have been 30 billion, but it's lower than that right now. I don't understand. Oh, because I guess the price is not indicative of the volume. That's why. So this right here is probably the low. 16. Here we go. Now I'm understanding. 16.5 billion looks like it's the low. Do you think we're going to have a lower day than 16.5 billion for the rest of this bull run?
Lower than 16. I mean, it seemed, yeah, I think so.
You think so?
At some point next year, I don't know if it's going to, there'll be an extreme lull. I mean, it feels like we're in it right now. I think we'll have a couple periods like this where it's just extremely boring and no volume whatsoever.
But what about the holidays factoring into this?
I mean, definitely. I think the holidays definitely factor into it. Trading and people taking off. I think the core, it's very interesting. You know, stock market's been closed. We'll see it start moving again tomorrow as soon as the stock market opens up, which points to a little bit more of that correlation discussion again.
Lots of Bitcoin hash rate just went off the chart. That's from Decrypto Raccoon there.
Yeah, a lot of frozen miners, I think in Texas, that
frozen miners. Okay, there you go. Very interesting. We also have Eddie Lopez here, Banana Laffy Taffy and Now Relators. Yeah, I'm down with those 100%. Banana flavored stuff is the best. I'm sorry. It's factual information. Huh?
I disagree.
Well, yeah, TJ, you don't agree with me on anything. Okay, that's all it boils down to. Okay, 40% dominance still cannot get above this 40% number. So fascinating.
Yeah.
E dominance 18.4%. 6.5 Paraguays will send you an E transaction. Do you think once it passes this resistance here that it'll shoot straight up? Potentially. I mean, we've seen it get slightly above and just
I think it'll move faster than it's been moving. I don't know what straight up means, like to 45 maybe. You know, like it might. I think we could start to see it move more quickly because I think you're going to start to see alts break down or, you know. But again, I still think stable coins tend to be where a lot of that stuff's going to stay.
Dan Cohen says, literally, I'm the only person on earth that likes banana flavored anything. Go talk to Eddie Lopez, bro. You're wrong. Me and Eddie are tight. We love banana. Love banana. Is that a banana flavored? Okay, let's stop. Bitcoin, 16,847, up 1% for the week, 324 billion market cap. Ethereum still, it seems like it's like 12, 17 all the time, doesn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It's been 16. Bitcoin has been 16.8 the last 1,000 times I've checked the charts.
The lowest recorded amount of volatility in the history of Bitcoin.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. It is. The lowest volatility in the history of Bitcoin over the last few weeks.
Wow.
Crypto Stevo says, my wife, Loretta, and kids are watching. My 10-year-old makes fun of me for listening to you as punishment. I made him listen to you once. He loved it. Well, it's like when my dad forced me to ride the Georgia Cyclone when I was a kid. It was a brand new roller coaster here at Six Flags over Georgia. I screamed and cried the entire line. I was probably 8. If that happened today, my dad would be in jail for child abuse. I'm telling you, that's a fact. Okay. I'm not saying he abused me. I'm just saying today, if I screamed and cried the entire time and my dad forced me on that ride, they will call DFAX over that today. But luckily, my dad is 60-something years old and I'm 40. So I don't think they're going to call DFAX on you, Dad. But I got on, and you know what? As soon as I rode it, just like as soon as you ride that BitBoy train, you love it. You know? I said, Dad, this is the best ride ever. So then I always rode it all the time. So there we go. Ravenboy Crypto with a great point here. So does low volatility mean something crazy is about to happen? I would tend to believe that that's true to some extent. However, A lot of people would take that to mean that the market is going to go down significantly. And I just don't, I just don't personally know, to be honest with you, about whether or not we're going to see a large drop. I tend to think we're not, but we can. P Thunder 01 says, how are you feeling about GRT? Think you could have a solid bull run, but really take off in the bull run after adoption and necessity being higher than. I don't have a lot of confidence in a lot of altcoins right now. I can't confidently tell you that, I can't confidently tell you that I believe GRT is going to be great in the next bull run. You agree, TJ?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could. It has the potential to, but it's hard to say for certain. And I'm very hesitant to tell a lot of people to go heavy into alts right now just because of what I experienced in 2019.
Yeah.
I'm just drawing on that experience to say, look, you just wait and see, let the bull run get confirmed, and then move into the hot alts at the time. Graph could be one of them. It's an interesting project, and it was interesting, and it was hot last bull run. It's way down right now. Mm-hmm. But don't think that, again, I just caution people from doing the math of where it was and where it is and saying like, oh, it'll definitely get back there, because a lot of alts don't,
A lot of them don't. You look at the 2017 bull run, Dash, XRP. Mm-hmm. We know the reasons for XRP, but still it stands. A lot of coins did not make new all-time highs.
Even good projects. It doesn't, strong projects.
XRP? Yeah. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is at like an all-time low, I believe, actually, right now, because it launched so high. Yeah. It's down like 99.8% or something from its all-time high. So it was a huge move in the bull run in 2017. So there you go. Look, real quick, we're about to bring Kelly on for some TA. Biggest movers, Terra Luna Classic. If you're in Terra Luna Classic, I don't have any hope for you in crypto. I'm sorry. Lido Finance with a big move today. Litecoin up. We think Litecoin's going to get a big benefit from our bill if we can get it passed. The graph up 5.5%, or about 6%, so doing well right now, up 5% for the week. XRP up a little bit. ICP up 3.42%, up to $3.89. Did you know Algorand is down 95%?
95?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it had been getting hammered.
Yeah. But it's down 95%.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to look at the top projects that are like, if you go to Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're both down like 75%, I think, about approximately. Mm-hmm. You go down a little bit further. Binance Coin is down 65%. It's actually one of the best holders of the entire bull run, which you wouldn't know it because of all the FUD out there.
Right.
XRP is down, I think, also 95% from its all-time high.
Right.
But from the last bull run, not quite as much. It only got to $2. So it's, down probably 80%, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact number. Dogecoin, another one, down 95%. Obviously. Cardano down 90%, 91%, I believe. Polygon, pretty good. I think it's only down like 70%. Only. Polkadot down considerably. Litecoin, Tron. Solana down 95%, almost 96% at this point. Solana, in my opinion, is dead. I've been telling people that on Twitter. And I've noticed the Solana people coming after me for saying that have lessened a lot over the last month.
Because they're leaving.
They're leaving. Duh, guys. Okay. So the Solana people are disputing the 90%, 90% developers have left. Okay, what is it? 80%? Like what's the number? Okay. And we've got big news on Solana today, as we'll talk about in a little bit. I think it's the two largest NFT projects are leaving Solana. Mm-hmm. At least the number one, I know. I don't know where Utes is, but I was coming down here and I was surprised to see how much Algorand was down at 95%, because I wanted to say, like, what other projects in the top 100 are down this much from the last bull run? And Algorand's right there with Solana, so very interesting. We'll have to see what AJ thinks about that when he gets back in town. And look, I said this on Twitter. I don't believe being down 95% is a death sentence. No. It's the momentum combined with the fundamentals combined with the amount down that makes me think Solana's dead. I don't think Algorand's dead by any stretch of imagination. I think it's going to do very well, actually, in the next bull run.
Well, and that's why the development on it has become such a key indicator. If people are working on it and developing it and creating on it, that's what creates a better bull run.
This is from Castillero. Look, we love Rand. I'm not talking trash about Rand. Let me say this up front. This is his comment here. I remember Rand had a show where he was thinking, which will go to $250 first? Solana, Avalanche, or Luna? That didn't age well. God. Oh, that's rough. Big Pay. BitBoy's the hardest working content creator in the space. We love Big Pay. You guys go check out his channel. Appreciate the comments here. All right, let's bring Kelly on.
What's up, everybody?
Guys, we got one of the
Merry Christmas.
It's not just me. We got people that are. We got a bunch of winners here, and then we also have Kelly. What's up, Kelly?
Yeah, but to your point,
hold on 1 second, Kelly. This is my fault. I switched this to the speakers earlier. Hold on 1 second. Me and Johnny were watching a video. Wasn't that kind of video, TJ? My gosh, why is that where you go automatically?
That's not. I didn't go anywhere.
Let me see. Can I hear you, Kelly?
Was it a banana flavored video?
Oh boy,
is it this one?
Check.
Nope. Still can.
Mike, test 1 2.
I don't have
similants.
The That's one.
Oh, that'll do it.
Hold on, that'll do it every time. That'll do it every time when you don't have the window open. But I did have the audio switch, so I did have to fix that. There he is. I can hear his lips smacking because he's salivating over these charts.
That's right, baby. But to your point about our hardworking team, even yesterday, Christmas Day, you and I are messaging back and forth about different stuff going on because, the markets never stop, especially with crypto. And that's one of the things that's so exciting about it. But I want to start here. You might already have this also in the charts you're going to share, but to the point about volatility, we are literally at the lowest point ever historically for volatility.
I don't lie.
And that being said, look at this, how it maps up to the basically the slingshot.
Whoa, look at that.
Now this does not suggest immediately that the bear market is over, but it's taking all these different things into context that we're also going to dive into here on the charts, that then you can start to formulate your strategy about when you're going to DCA, how you're going to DCA, what levels you're going to start picking those entries. So let's go ahead and jump on into the charts here, and I'm going to throw it right here. And we're going to start with just a simple pattern, 3-day pattern, looking at this giant falling wedge that we're in. And as anybody that's been doing TA for a while may know, and if you don't, then now you'll learn, falling wedges are a bullish pattern. But as you can see on this massive time frame, it doesn't mean it's going to immediately shoot out bullishly. We still have some things that need to resolve before that happens. So let's go ahead and pull up some of our indicators here. Right here, we're going to zoom in here on this is still on the 3-day. But what I want you to notice here, we have, I'm going to hide the drawings. You can see this band right here. This is the EMA band, and we've just been forming lower highs all the way through, and also lower lows all the way down, consistent with the bear trend. But even right here, when we're starting to push up, we have this bullish divergence. And for anybody, if you don't know, bullish divergence is just indicate that there's other data points that are basically growing bullishly while the price is falling bearishly, suggesting that there could be a move up. So in this case right here, we can see we did get a slight move up. The problem with these is the second stuff starts to move, especially at this stage in the bear market, people are hoping this is the bottom, I go all in. But if you start using indicators and such, and even in this case, we do see that there's a bit of a floor here with this blue on the significant movement. We do also see this is a key point right here, the relative extrema. You see this giant these histogram bars on the opposite side of this yellow wave here, suggesting that this is even the small move up was far out of the extreme, out of the norm, based on the data behind this move up, suggesting that this is going to fail and come back. And that's exactly what happened here on the 15th. Okay. Now, if we zoom in a bit closer,
this is a 2-day chart.
Go down to
3.
That was the 3-day chart.
3-day chart. Okay.
So, but coming here onto the daily, this is where I'm looking at stuff right now. We can see this is one of the most critical things I think so many people fail to really watch when they're looking at different oscillators, indicators, data points when they're doing TA, and that's volume. Nick said it on Friday, and it's true. Volume is really basically the only real leading indicator to price, because when you have an increase of volume and price is flat, that's suggesting that there's more than likely going to be a large movement, and there's buying pressure coming into flat. In this case, this falling, okay? This volume is falling as price is going sideways. So this is indicating, although we're struggling to keep this point right here, we're having a lack of volume. We're having an extreme movement on this oscillator on the extrema to the upside. We haven't even made a move up. And this coupled with the bearish divergence on the Chaikin money flow, meaning money's coming out and we're having an extreme to the upside. Anytime I see these, for instance, right here, this is on the opposite side of this cloud. Anytime I see these sticking out like this, I picture this like a slingshot aiming back to the downside. Similarly, when you have this to the downside right here, sticking out of this cloud, this is a slingshot back to the upside. So in this case, we are struggling to even push into this EMA cloud right here. Okay, so we want this to resolve to the upside. Yes, it's the holidays, but data points still aren't showing it, at least on the daily. So let's go down one more time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hour.
I just said a short.
4 hour.
I literally just said
that?
a short. I just said a short while you were talking.
That's well, you know, that might be a good thing. But let's
I got a stop loss at
17,000.
I got a stop loss at 17,000.
Hey, that's a good point right here, because it's just above this this high right here. But what I want you to notice is even on the daily, on the daily, we still haven't been able to push through the EMA. Coming down to the 4 hour, still can't get through this EMA. Even if we come all the way down, all the way to the 1 hour is where it takes you to get, it's going to take us, there you go. We're still, look at this, fighting with this EMA ribbon right here, showing that there's just a very, very sort of disconcerted lack of direction. And when you think about that, lack of direction, or lack of conviction, when we're already in this continuous downtrend, lack of conviction in a continuous downtrend signifies more likely pressure to the downside. And as I said, even coming all the way down to the 1 hour, we are showing that the extrema, we've come down too far. So we might get a little bit of a relief here, but we're not even having conviction getting above this EMA. We don't have this blue wave on the significant movement, signifying that there's not a lot of bullish floor. There's not a lot of just confidence just at this level to even stay at, let alone move up. So at this level right here, I would not have conviction with this saying this is going to come to the upside, because all things aligned, there's not a consensus of on all this. So as it stands right now, I'm still expecting another move to the downside. And if we even come over here to the, this is the monthly candles. And this, the only reason why I really want to look at this right now is because it's the 26th of December. We're coming up on the end of the month. Now, although I said I am looking for a bit more of the downside, much like the volatility showed us when we were looking here, we're near a bottom. I believe that. And if we look at the past price action, it took 14 months here to get to the point where we started resolving to the upside. Now, whether or not you're deciding this being the top or this being the top, which depending on how different people are doing TA, some people call this the actual top, some people call this. Yeah. Either way, we're coming right up on that.
The top may be the highest price.
Well, yes, but
here's what I say, Kelly. Here's what I say, Kelly. Yeah. I say the sentiment top was April. The price top was November.
Well, yes, by technical terms, the actual higher price was in April, whatever the second
November,
whatever that second top was. This
November 12th.
November 69,000.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. I need the support. No, but that also had to do with, there was a huge amount of money printing in that, like astronomically compared to where we were before. So if you actually look at these price levels as compared to the M2 money supply, the top was the 64,000, not the 69,000. So, but either way being, we're right in that sort of time frame about when this bear market should resolve. And I just want to close with this. And this is, showing just very simple TA, falling wedge, what's going on with the stochastic here. And we're coming right up on where a bull market should at least start to form. It doesn't mean go immediately to the high side, but this followed up with the last thing I'll show is we are below the short-term holder cost basis, and the long-term holder cost basis has crossed that. And historically, these red zones historically have been the best times to buy, as you can see, as it relates to price. And based on everything that's happened between this cycle, the 2019, 2018 cycle, and the 2015 cycle, I think that we're probably somewhere kind of splitting hairs between these two. I think we'll have a little bit of a longer go than we did in the 2019 end of the bear, which means either way, we're still coming up on that point to where the end of this bull market is in sight. Now, the last thing I do want to say,
and this bear market,
up exactly with the bear market. This is the last thing I want to say in terms of that you have brought up several times, that 2024, I expect to be an incredibly strong bull market. I do think we're going to have a rally in 2023, but when you consider what's going on with the election cycles, 2023, they're probably still going to be pretty dense or tight or undecided on what they're doing with monetary policy. But going into 2024 election year, they're going to be doing everything they can to get reelected, right? So they're going to be very soft on monetary policy. So the markets rally. And that's exactly in line with early 2020, the end of Q1, beginning of Q2, 2024 with the Bitcoin halving. So all things are lining up for amazing stuff happening in 2024. It doesn't mean we're not going to have a bit of a run and a pullback in 2023 though. Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to see some ups and downs in 2023 for sure. Kelly, tell them where they can check out our indicators.
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely go check out bitlabacademy.com, which we just posted a bit of a promo. We got a bunch of huge stuff coming early 2023. But go to bitlabacademy.com, sign up for the BitLab Insiders Club there. And there's also, if you go, just go to the indicators area, and there's a whole list of indicators there and a bunch of great stuff. So come and join our team.
I know. BitLab Academy is, when we get this rebrand going, is going to be phenomenal. Can't wait. We shot a ton of videos for it. Kelly, you've done a great job. We've also got the link to the indicators in the top pinned of the chat. Kelly, we'll catch you. When are you coming back to town?
As soon as possible. My wife's going to Asia for, she's a DJ. She's going there for a tour end of January. So I plan to be there their entire month or so that she's gone.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, can't wait to see you. All right, man. See you. Bye.
Sir.
All right, guys, we're back. Okay. Here's what I will say about some of the stuff that Kelly was alluding to there.
You can twist that monitor. Yeah.
This way?
No, other way.
That way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so OCD, isn't he? He's so OCD. I got it out of the shot, though. You wanted it out of the shot, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, no, I just wanted it normal.
Yeah. Normal.
The way it normally is.
Normally is. I like it. TJ likes it normal, guys. He likes it normal. Doesn't like to get spicy or exciting. He just likes it normal. Okay. Oh, man. Guys, look, I really want people to understand. I shot a video that's going to be out today at 3:00. That is, the point of this video is to show you guys kind of the three possible scenarios that we see happening over the next, few months to a year, really year and a half or so. One a little bit longer of a time frame. So you guys are going to want to come back out at 3. If you want to see if $100,000 is possible, make sure to come check out that video. The sentiment on the bull run is very low. 66% of people believe on Twitter, according to my poll I put up, that the bottom is not in. 34% of people believe that it is in. I think the 70-30 number is pretty important because that's generally made when we see things, flip the other way. But we will see what happens there. I'm very favorable about, I think the bottom's in, but there's some other scenarios. We gotta give you everything to think about. Is 10K or 100K for Bitcoin price in 2023? The crypto market fails to witness a Santa Claus rally is expected by crypto analysts. Who expected a Santa rally this year?
I don't even know what the expectation of a Santa rally was. If it was like a 2% bump, was that the Santa rally? Like, I don't know what they were expecting.
Now, I did open that short, and here's why I opened the short, TJ. I do want to point this out. This is something I did mean to say, is I've decided that I've been trading on the hourly and the 4-hour chart, and it's just too much for me. Mm-hmm. I'm only going to trade on the daily chart now, and I'm going to try to take bigger, longer trades.
Yeah.
I think that's going to make more sense. We also got, Nick Core is working on some bots for us, but the exchanges that they're on is a little limited, so wanted to try to see if maybe we can have some other exchanges. Can we still trade on Bybit?
Yeah,
we can.
Yeah.
I want to put I want to try this bot out on Bybit. I think I need to talk to our CFO tomorrow about that, keeping some funds in there so we can try those bots. People that say bull run 2023 don't get it. The bull run should start at the end. Well, technically, if the bottom is in, the bull run's right now, guys. Technically. But we generally consider this a year long of accumulation. The parabolic phase of the bull run starts after the halving. But if you look back at January of 2020, you started to see movement until the pandemic. This halving should be 1 to 2 months earlier. So that means in November or December of next year, a year, 11 to 12 months from now, we could potentially see the bull run really starting and getting started. So there you go. So certainly not the majority of 2023. The very end, we might see the beginning, in my opinion. Okay. Popular crypto analysts believe that Rekt Capital, Incredible Crypto, I don't give the other guy credit for anything, it's predicted that Bitcoin price monthly close above or below 16.9K to 70K range will determine a bullish or bearish trend in 2023. The price closes below that level, Bitcoin price is likely to drop to 15.6. However, an above close will turn Bitcoin bullish. Ethereum price is trading around 12.19, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. What do you think we hit first, 10K or 100K?
That's such a tough question.
Isn't it? It's tough.
It is.
I lean 100K because I think the bottom's in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, basically, you have, if you believe 10K is in this cycle, then it's 10K, but I don't think we're going to go that low. I really don't. I think we hold. I think even if we do start to see some crazy numbers, 12 and 14 gets bought up pretty strong, but we'll see. I do tend to think we're going to see a little bit of a pump tomorrow, though. I don't know how much. Like when the stock market opens back up, up rather than dump. But who knows?
Okay, we'll see.
That's why I don't trade, because I just go off my gut. I just my gut says, like, yeah, price hasn't moved at all in 4 days. I think somebody's going to want to spend some kind of money tomorrow.
Man, be careful. You're going to want people getting all up in your guts for your opinions here.
Well, hey.
Bitcoin accumulation addresses near record 800K. Whale selling, despite whale selling. Bitcoin accumulation is nearing a new milestone this Christmas as redistribution of the Bitcoin supply continues. Glassnode adds that exchange wallets and those belonging to miners are excluded from the tally as our addresses last active more than 7 years ago, as funds they contain could be lost, permanently cut off from circulation. As of Christmas, there were a total of 793,000 qualifying accumulation addresses. Let's see. Accompanying chart showed changes in unspent transaction value, that's UTXO, with transactions worth 0.1 and 1 Bitcoin markedly increasing in Q4. Very interesting here. Trying to see if there's something we can relate this bear market to the last one. I don't really see a lot.
I don't really see that big, significant of like that number there. The transactions worth 0.1 to 1 going up. Well, that should,
obviously.
Right. The price is falling. So the amount per transaction should go up.
I mean, I saw a lady making a video on TikTok over the weekend where she mentioned, she just bought a whole Bitcoin. And it's like, cool, people can buy a whole Bitcoin right now. You can't really buy a whole Bitcoin at 70K. Most people can't. So there you go. Bitcoin exchange withdrawals sink to 7th-month low as users forget FTX. Is this true? Are they really forgetting FTX? According to on-chain analytics firm Glassnode, exchange outflows have now hit their lowest levels in over 6 months. Belmont Western with the super chat. Thank you for being there when everybody else is home. That's hardcore.
Oh, it's Ray from the gym.
Oh, it's Ray from the gym. Oh, Ray from the gym.
That's
What's up?
awesome.
Well, me and TJ, we love what we do.
Yeah.
And most importantly, we love each other.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. And we love Johnny too. It's not a throuple though, guys. It's not a throuple, just so y'all know. On December 25th, the latest date for which numbers are available, total exchange outflows came in at just 9,352, a drop of 93.5%. As Cointelegraph reported in the immediate aftermath of FTX, exchange reserves declined by over $3 billion in a single week. Record low volatility is, meanwhile, showing in on-chain data with hodlers reluctant or in little need of moving coins. Now, I could see it if the price were to drop. I would say Joey Soloway saying that's still not affordable for Bitcoin. It's much more affordable at 16K than it is at 70K.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Much more affordable. I guess that's a good way to say that. I understand an average person doesn't have that much money sitting around. But the point here is, with this low volatility, with people not wanting to sell, I could kind of see it if we were to plunge down into that $14,000 level. I could see some panic selling sending us closer to 10, because people have talked about that $10,000 to $14,000 level for so long that if it pierces that 14K, then people might say, well, I'm going to sell now and buy back at 10K. But I still think it's kind of risky to do that.
Yeah, I still tend to think it's going to take a major, Genesis or Grayscale or, another big thing to happen to push
not
us
a
down
macroeconomic, a crypto thing.
A crypto thing to push us down, and I don't know if we're going to see it.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that in a weird way, the insolvencies have kept Bitcoin at a solid level. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Because
just froze everything.
It froze everything. The people that would be panic selling, they can't get out. So there we go. All right, let's see here. Bitcoin miners powered off as winter storm battered North America. Not too bad here in the metro Atlanta area. It was freezing. It was very cold.
Very cold.
Is it warmer today?
Warmer. I warmed
Let's
up.
see what the temperature is. Let me check it.
It was 17 degrees this morning. So
wow. Right now in Ackworth, we're coming in at a balming 33 degrees. It did go all the way down to 16. Starts to warm up. Looks like Friday the low will be 39, then it gets into the 50s. So not too bad there, if I do say so myself. Let's see here. The practice known as curtailment is touted as a way for miners to help electricity grids. They miners. All right. Who are they? They miners. We can't skip over a typo on this channel.
No.
That ensures power producers are bringing in revenue to offset costs, but can power off when demand from other sources is high, such as winter storms. Some of the U.S. biggest miners are also curtailed operations, including Riot Blockchain Core Scientific, which are undergoing Chapter 11. And Texas, 99% of industrial-scale Bitcoin mining load was turned off at 6 a.m. This is from the Texas Blockchain Council. So we're supposed to have a meeting with the Texas Blockchain Council here pretty soon, I think. On the other hand, Dennis Rusevich, Euro-based miner, tweeted the big drop in computing power is another confirmation that Bitcoin's geographical diversification is vital.
I saw that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there we go. So pretty interesting stuff here from the winter blast. Death toll rises to 50 as freezing temperatures and heavy snow wallop swaths of the U.S. That's like one person per state. Wow. You don't want to diminish deaths. But I mean, I don't know. 50 people in the United States, that's not a lot of people across the... Now, if you know one of these people that died, I'm very sorry. Very sorry. It's terrible. But it doesn't seem like that's... Well, how did they die? Said to continue wreaking havoc into Monday with plummeting temperatures. You got here's can I get into this real quick? This is the thing, okay? The question is, if these 50 people had not died in these winter storms, okay, and we didn't have winter storms at all, okay, and people, instead of being stuck at home, were on the road, would we have had more deaths on the road?
More like traffic accidents.
More traffic accidents because more people are out. It's, little death give and take here, So very sorry for people that lost lives here. Very sad. But obviously, who knows? Maybe some other lives were saved. We don't even know it. Full brunt of the storm was being felt in western parts of New York. Band of heavy lake snow. Lake effect occurs, yada, yada, yada. Blinding blizzards and freezing rain have also knocked out power supply for thousands. How are you in the cold, TJ? Does the cold bother you?
Not too bad. I don't mind the cold. I mean,
you want to go duck hunting?
Like in the cold?
Yeah. In January in Kentucky on our property?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fun.
Uncle Tim says he says he thinks we can make $750K a year selling duck hunts on our property. Huh. And they messed up the border on our property.
Yeah, I saw that.
Our property there went from 513 to like almost 600 acres.
I'll take it.
So you guys want to come to the BitBoy duck hunting bonanza.
So
we should have a BitBoy duck hunt.
That's what I'm saying. All you do is run around in the field, we give the dog the gun, and then we see what happens.
Oh, I see here. So this is really bad. In Buffalo, that's where most of the deaths were. Okay, this is bad then. 25 people in cars in Buffalo died. That's very sad, I would say. It reminds me of, so as one city they almost all died in. Okay, well, that's much different then. That is very sad. That's very tragic. For sure. So, okay, well, thank you for correcting me on that. We had the snowpocalypse here in Atlanta several years ago.
Yeah.
We had people dying in cars here. And it was just a little bit of ice. And that's why we shut the city. That they changed permanently the way that we handle ice here in the city because kids were stuck at school for 24 hours. Kindergartners were having to sleep at their school. You want to talk about sketchy.
Yeah.
So can we get a screen? This is from Sin City Crypto. Can we get a green screen with a map of the U.S. behind him, BitBoy Doppler radar?
Yeah, we actually have a whole corner.
We're working on more sets.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to do there? The BitBoy weather report?
Crypto weather report. Yeah.
I like that. Okay. All right. Here we go. Peter Schiff has Christmas gift for Bitcoin holders. There he is. Guys, I don't hate Peter Schiff. Somebody said they came here just to see me roast Peter Schiff. I don't hate Peter Schiff. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he believes a lot of what he says as well. But he's become the anti-Bitcoin guy. Kind of like Corey Clemence's kind of trying to become the Bitcoin only guy. But Corey Clemente is trying to become the Peter Schiff of Bitcoin maximalists. It's hilarious. He criticizes this guy so much, and now he's becoming him, which is so funny. On Christmas Day, the loudest anti-Bitcoin voice had yet another message to share with Bitcoin proponents. A price chart suggesting Bitcoin is closer to its ceiling than its floor. My Christmas gift to hodlers is this Bitcoin chart, tweeted Schiff. He then asserted that the upside potential of Bitcoin is so low and downside risk is so high.
He said since it flipped under, see that's that line there. So he said basically now it's under support. Best thing you can do right now is sell everything immediately.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
What an idiot. I mean, come on, Peter. I don't hate Peter, but Peter, this is idiotic. You're better than this, Peter. In the next week, Schiff compared Bitcoin's trajectory with gold in 99, but said it would likely take a dramatically different path. He suggests that rather than breaking out, Bitcoin would break down and labeled it the anti-gold. It is reported by U.Dot today. Schiff recently said he understands Bitcoin better than Bitcoiners themselves, which is precisely why he doesn't own the largest crypto. That's a good troll tweet. That's a good. So Peter's back on my good side. I mean, that's, he went from an idiot to very smart very, very quickly. That's a great line right there. Great job, Peter. And this is what I mean by, it's so obvious that Nouriel Roubini and Peter Schiff are wrong about Bitcoin. They have been for years and years. Every 4 years during the 1 year bear market where the price drops like a rock, they look like geniuses, and the other 3 years they look like idiots. This is what I mean by comparing MacGyver from Swan Bitcoin to Peter Schiff. It's like, guys, Ethereum gonna make it. Ethereum's gonna make it, but it's like it doesn't matter what the reality is. They still just power and say Ethereum's a scam. XRP's a scam. They're all scams. And they're going to say it forever. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter. I want people to understand this about Bitcoin maximalists. I'm not trying to attack the Bitcoin maximalists. Just a couple of them that are super toxic. If Ethereum flippens the price of Bitcoin, and in 10 years from now, Ethereum is 3 times the market cap of Bitcoin, they will still say it's a scam and they've been right all along. Just like Peter Schiff does. When was the first Peter Schiff sighting? I wonder.
On Bitcoin?
Yeah, first Peter Schiff quote on Bitcoin. Let's see if we can find that. 2013. Look at this. Peter Schiff calls Bitcoin bubble Tulip Mania 2.0 November 12th, 2013, which I think is the day that I sold my Bitcoin. I think that was the day I sold my Bitcoin. It was very close to that. So there we go. So 2013, he's been saying Bitcoin's a scam. What was the price of Bitcoin? Price of Bitcoin, I believe it was $200, $150 to $200. Nope. I think it was $300. That's my guess. On November 12th, 2013. Let's see what the price of Bitcoin was. Okay, on the 17th, it hit $500. Let's see if this got a chart with it. Does this have a chart somewhere? Why is this happening? It does have a chart. 300. So this would have been November 12th. Look at this. Look at this. Between $300 and $350. I was pretty close. Okay. I know my Bitcoin history. I was there. So at $300, he was calling Bitcoin a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the price today, guys? 17 grand almost. I hope it's not 17 grand. I would have hit my stop loss. Hey, I did tweak my stop loss a little bit for you guys. I know you shysters are out there trying to counter trade me. Let's see what the price of Bitcoin's coming in at right now. About exactly the same thing it was. 16.8. Okay. 16.830. That's where it's at, which is, if my math is correct, that's a lot more than $300. So definitely a scam. I wonder what Nouriel Roubini's first quote is. You want to talk about it? Peter Schiff, 100x more likable than Nouriel Roubini. You agree with that?
Yeah.
I like Peter Schiff. He's friendly. Okay. Ben, please let the fam know about about the dev. I love the dev. I don't know what's going on with they got some kind of coin. I'm not promoting their coin, but that guy's hilarious on Twitter. Very funny. Very glad to get to do a video with him. Crypto billionaires lost 116 billion. I had a tweet the other day where I said, they didn't tell you that, when they say that people become millionaires in crypto, that they were talking about billionaires.
Yeah, right.
The bear market and the wave of bankruptcies in the crypto industry drained 116 billion from the pockets of founders and investors over the past 9 months. According to Forbes, the bear market to cryptos is unlikely to end soon as the FTX crisis has deterred investor confidence and created a liquidity crisis across the industry. It has created a liquidity crisis, but how does that mean the price is going to go lower? That's actually the opposite there. And did you see this freaking tweet from the New York, or did you see this thing about the New York Times? It was unbelievable. Let's see where it is. It's got to be here soon. Here it is. This is on the NewYorkTimes.com. What led to FTX's collapse? CZ's announcement drove down the price and spooked investors. Traders rushed to withdraw from FTX, causing the company to have a $8 billion shortfall. FTX's main rival offered a loan to save the company, and then they have this one here as well. There's another one. Where is it? How did the trouble begin? This is how the trouble at FTX began, according to the New York Times. Last year, CZ, the world's largest crypto exchange CEO, sold the stake he held in FTX back to Bankman-Fried, receiving a large number of FTT tokens in exchange. In November, he said he would sell the tokens and express concerns about their financial stability. That's how they got an $8 billion insolvency hole. What was the price of let's see. They're not even tracking FTT anymore on TradingView, I don't think. Let's see if they are. Let's see if I can find it.
Well, the price of FTT at the time?
Yeah.
I think it was approximately $30-something, and I know
it was 33 is what it was.
Yeah, and they were trying to keep it pegged to 22.
Yeah.
I know that.
We'll go to November 9th on the daily chart here. November 9th. Here it is. Well, that's the Sunday. It had already started falling. How about it already started falling? It was the 9th, wasn't it? Or
it was the 8th that a lot of the conversation started happening.
Okay, let's just go from the top here. $25, right? That's what it was. $25, which this is the Tether. Anyways, we'll just go with this price. Let's say it was $25 at the top. Okay. What is 500 million? Was that how much he sold?
That's how much he got out. He was owed $2 billion, I believe.
He was owed $2 billion? And
they only got 500 million out. Basically what he was saying is there's no way, I don't think this FTT is really available, so I'm going to get what I can and take my bad, this is a bad investment. Basically, this FTX equity is not good. So I'm going to get 500 million out of my 2 billion and I'm out.
Yeah.
But the problem is the run on the bank should have all been there. Like they should have been easily able to match $8 billion.
If you're one-to-one with your customer funds, you can't go insolvent.
Just like what happened with Binance when everybody went and withdrew their funds, billions of dollars. Guess what? The withdrawals worked.
Look, I think it's time to have this conversation about Kevin O'Leary and have this conversation about traditional finance, what they're trying to turn it into.
Right.
One of the reasons why they continue, in my opinion, to be pushing this idea that it was Binance's fault is because they're trying to set up crypto to be traditional finance like banks.
Right.
And they don't like the idea that you have to have one-to-one assets.
Yeah, they're not focusing on the fact that it's not one-to-one back because they don't want that to be.
That's not the way banks work.
Yeah.
Right? So very interesting conversation to have on that. Yeah, so very, very, very fascinating stuff. But I just did the math on that. 500 million FTT at that price. Do you know what that should be? $12.5 billion?
No, I think they got $500 million out.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they didn't sell 500 million FTT.
Okay. I wonder what the supply was. Anyways, I can do this research another time. Okay. All right. Also, guys, don't forget, our chart section is sponsored by BitGet. BitGet had a hack, by the way. Wanted to bring this up here. BitGet becomes the latest victim to a DeFi exploit as BitKeep loses more than, I think it was $8 million. I will say this, guys. We are sponsored by BitGet on our chart section. I meant to bring this up earlier, but I forgot, to be honest with you. But no customer funds were lost in this. We were looking into that. I tried to confirm that with the team. Let's see if the team confirmed that with me yet. Yeah. They have not confirmed that with me yet, but I believe no customer funds were lost.
Right.
In this.
BitKeep was a DeFi custody wallet owned by BitGet. So BitGet, the exchange, didn't actually get hacked. It's a DeFi protocol. A
non-custodial wallet owned by popular crypto derivatives exchange BitGet lost millions. It was the latest crypto platform to fall victim to a DeFi exploit. $8 million in the world of leverage trading. Not that much money, to be honest with you. The team reported the malicious codes embedded by the perpetrators into the APK. What is the APK? I know SDK. What is the APK? Somebody put that in the chat. Packages were responsible for the exploit. The hackers reportedly hijacked the APK packages and modified them, subsequently downloaded by the users' wallets. The BitKeep team, as of this writing, was investigating the attack It sounds like to me, to be honest with you guys, that this was an inside job from somebody at BitKeep. That's what it sounds like. I don't know that for sure.
APK stands for Android package. So like
Android package. So it was on Android. So none of our audience has Androids, correct? We're all iPhone people?
Yeah.
I would think that we are. So anyways, I did want to point that out because this is an important story. But nobody supposedly, no customers have lost funds and things like that. So
yeah, we'll keep you updated as soon as we hear more.
Absolutely. As soon as we hear back, we will give you more information on that. Judge in SBF case recuses herself over husband's firm's past work for FTX. I'm going to cover this a lot more thoroughly in the video tonight at 10 p.m. So you guys come back and check that story out. We're going to talk about the bond. We're going to talk about the judge.
Well, the interesting part is going to be who the replacement judge is, because it's also standard. You know, it's all very standard in like legal work, trying to get a new judge assigned, finding connections like this so somebody steps down. So you can find a favorable judge in there. So we'll see who gets reassigned.
All these people saying they're Android users, can you hide them from the chat permanently? I'm just kidding.
Nothing Justin Williams will never be able to see.
Oh, that's right. He's a dinosaur. I'm just kidding, guys. I know there's Android users here. So I'm just kidding. FTX paid $12 million retainer to a New York law firm before bankruptcy filing. Now, here's a question, okay? How are they able to use customer funds to file bankruptcy?
Yeah.
Guys, this is y'all's money if you're on FTX. Now, I understand that people who are in the United States, most of y'all are not in FTX because it was international exchange. But $12 million, you got to start following this money, guys. What has not been customer funds? And I want to make a bold declaration. And I've been talking with Hussein a lot. You guys know Hussein is all over this stuff. He believes, and I believe now, after a week of thinking about this and looking at this entire thing, okay, I think there's enough FTX assets floating around the world to make every customer whole on FTX. That's what I believe. I don't believe there's really an $8 billion insolvency hole. I think it's all embezzled to other places. What are your thoughts on that?
I would think a lot probably is embezzled.
Well, we know there's $1 billion in cash. We know there's up to $1 billion in Bahamas real estate, $300 million to $1 billion in the Bahamas alone. The Bahamas government has also acknowledged that there are other assets other than real estate, art, and other, I don't know what else it would be, but other stuff as well. There's money hidden in the Bahamas as well. And that's just the Bahamas. You got to think of what they got in Hong Kong, what they got in Dubai. They have in other places. So go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think there's a lot out there. I don't know if there's enough to back it 100% just because things are going to get lost in movement, transit fees, all that sort of stuff. You know, like, especially if you consider the hack, you know, all that money's out there somewhere, you know, that's sitting somewhere. So there's definitely, you know, I'd say 60% at least but it's going to be tracking it all down is going to be the hard part and clawing it all back.
Rudy Poo says wealth is not destroyed, it's transferred.
There you go.
Wait, how could they lose? How could FTX lose when Alameda could see all the trades? It's an interesting question. And I mean, you got to give Sam Bankman-Fried some credit. Number one, he saved money on a car. He drove a Corolla. Number two, saved a lot of money on barbers. No haircuts would have ever been given to this man. You see him trying to hide his haircut on the plane, putting a beanie over that thing. Come on, Sam. You ain't fooling anybody. Great to see you in a good mood and positive vibes while this big guy's through politics trying to show crypto bad while also investing in crypto through a lot of institutions. Yeah, guys, things are fine. Okay. J. Alden 1980, bail should have been $25 billion, problem solved. Let me tell you, FTX is not boring, Tom. I'm sorry. Do you know how much Sam Bankman-Fried and his family paid him bail? You know how much cash was put up?
I think it's zero, right?
$0.
Yeah.
They're supposed to pay 10 to 15% of that bail, right? The largest bail of all time, $250 million. Largest bail of all time. They put up a $4 million house. That's it. Now you start to see the conflict of interest that caused the judge to step down. Okay. More on this tonight at 10 p.m. I don't want to give it away. When people understand what's happened with this bail, they're going to lose their ever-loving brains. And then you start to tie in Friday night, the video we put out showing that $236 million wallet that we believe is Sam Bankman-Fried's personal Bitcoin wallet And this is going to make a lot more sense to you guys. We are just beginning to unravel this ball of thread here. Ball of yarn. Caroline Ellison, how did they make her look so pretty in this picture?
AI.
And people have done that, right? They've made the AI pictures of Caroline. Surely they have. Yeah. Ben, your team's been covering this story for months. I just say respect you and your team. Well, finding a UFO, we appreciate you as well for helping to uncover the truth of UFOs. But yeah, thank you. We have been on this story. We will continue to be on it. We're trying to balance not every video be about it, but we've got so much information, it's hard. Caroline Ellison told a judge that FTX executives secretly borrowed billions from Alameda Research. So basically, here's the big story. FTX executives took loans in the millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions
of dollars here. According to a transcript of her plea hearing seen by Reuters, Ellison has agreed to waive any defenses to the charges per her deal with prosecutors. She also agreed to pay restitution that's yet to be determined. How is she going to pay restitution if she ain't got no money? I don't think she has money either. Her dad, Greg Ellison, probably got some money from all his backdoor deals. She must also provide documents, records, and evidence to prosecutors. Now, I tell you what I found to be very interesting was that I don't believe the CFTC and the SEC charges are in this plea deal. I think this is only the Southern District of New York criminal charges. So, you know, and that's a very important story as well because they're trying to go after, they're trying to go after FTT as a security.
Well, maybe.
Do you know about the YBAs?
No.
I think it stands for Your Business Account. I can't remember exactly what it stood for. The YBAs are going to end up being considered securities. There's a special type of account you could have on FTX. I think it's where a lot of people staked FTT. Maybe somebody can correct me exactly what those are, or you can look it up here in a second. But very interesting to see what's going to happen with that as well. But the SEC trying to backdoor FTT as a security, I don't think it's going to work. So
you think they could give her immunity, right? Like usually you're pleading guilty to certain charges and you're getting immunity potentially from other charges, even if it was from CFTC or SEC, I would think.
Max Santana says, do you think there's a chance SBF does 0 jail time? No, I think he's getting closer to life than 0.
Yeah.
I think he's getting closer to life.
Somebody had a weird prediction. I saw today a thread
where
they were saying he was going to indict 100 people and get 0 jail time. And I was like, what?
No, there's not 100 people involved.
That's what I was wondering. Who would be the 100 people? Yeah.
Guys, there are, in my opinion, after all of my research, not counting the people in the Bahamian government. You include the people in the Bahamian government, it's much higher. The United States doesn't care about those people.
No.
Okay. Just people at FTX that were involved and knew what was going on, 10 or less.
Yeah, I was gonna say
10 or less.
6 or 8, really.
Well, no, I think it's I think I can name 9.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got Sam Bankman-Fried, Sam Trabucco, or Trabucco. We're going to look here in a second. Caroline.
Yep.
Gary Wong.
Yep.
Ryan Salame not included, because once Ryan Salame found out, he blew the whistle. Brett Harrison also believed not included in this. Ryan Miller also not included in this. Okay. Possibly Constance Wong, which I believe is Gary Wong's sister.
Friedberg.
Dan Friedberg. His parents.
Yeah.
Nishad Singh. And who's the 10th? I don't know. I think there's about 10, maybe 15 involved in this at the very most, I believe. So you see what happens when you start looking into this. There's a very tight circle of people on the inside that knew. So, okay, let's see. Alameda, Sam Trabucco emerges in FTX scandal. What role does he play? We call him the overbite here. That's the name for him that we call him, the overbite. Well, I don't really know where were the funds, U.S. bank tether, or don't know. One idiot. Okay. I like the fact that we can make fun of idiots on this channel, and he's definitely one of them. Spotlight is turned on Alameda's former co-CEO as evidence shows he might have played a key role in the scandal. When did he step down? August 24th. Do the math, folks. Okay. Let's see. Then on November 8th, he tweeted much love to everyone. The past few days have been dark. I hope it's bright ahead. Blah, 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 blah. He bought a ton of property also right before, probably loans from FTX. FTX former head of product. Here might be your 10th person, Ramneek Ora. Let's see. 2 other execs people are curious about. Here is probably what we're going to see. I hear there are more charges coming today. Now, I think the people in the government probably have today off. So maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure what the government, schedule is here.
They're probably off.
They're probably off. I think this week, we are going to potentially see charges to the parents, Barbara Fried and Joe Bankman. Joe Bankman specifically, because he did work at FTX and he was in charge of their philanthropy, okay, which was only to political donors and pandemic research, which basically lining people's pockets, as we know. And then also Dan Freeberg, okay, and Nishad, Sam Trabucco. I think all 5 of these people, 4 to 5 of those people, could be charged this week. The word on the street is that there are more charges coming. So can't forget Gary Gensler. Look, Gary Gensler is not going to get wrapped up in this.
No.
Gary Gensler is going to get wrapped up in this on the congressional side. Okay, I want everybody to understand and be very clear on this. There's a much bigger chance that Jay Clayton goes to prison over the William Hinman debacle than Gary Gensler going to prison over FTX. What we should be hoping and praying for here is that he gets removed as SEC chair over this. That's what we need. I would love to make up with the SEC. SEC, can I talk to you for a moment? SEC, I want you to know I don't hate you. I hate a lot of your commissioners right now. I hate the head of the snake, Gary Gensler. But SEC, when we move on and we move past Gary Gensler, I would like to make up with you. I don't know how we're going to do that. But I would like to, where we can be friends, okay? But we got to get rid of Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler is the worst person in the history of the government. Him and Anthony Fauci, obviously, who's also right there looped in. So there we go. Thank you, SEC, for having that moment with me. So there we go. All right, next story. CZ names 7 reasons why people are spraying FUD about Binance in a lengthy post. Starts it by saying people in crypto impulsively dislike all centralized exchange, which is pretty much true for the most part. Secondly, he says there's a lot of people that lost money in crypto. Obviously, believe that. I need to run for senator or president. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll start with Congress. I'm going to run, I think, probably. But I think closer to 8 years than 4 years. We'll see. I'm saying that to ease TJ's mind. Thirdly, CZ says some entities have the industry view Binance, or in the industry view Binance as a competitor, obviously. Let's see. Fourth reason, he says much of mass media's consumer base may be traditional or conservative minded. He says the fifth reason is because of generalizations of the group the exchange with other failed centralized firms. The sixth reason could be jealousy or racism. I believe there's some of that for sure. Let's see. People have accused him of being, have accused CZ of being CZP, even though there's no evidence. Let's see. And the last reason is the sheer size of the platform. And I agree with all that. He says, we're not perfect. We welcome feedback, but we can ignore FUD. We focus on building our own products with your support. I think all that's true. Yeah. You agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest statement, if I was CZ, the biggest flex would be, look, when they went to withdraw $8 billion, FTX folded overnight. When you guys withdrew $8 billion from Binance, we just kept taking, didn't have a problem. That should speak for itself.
100%. People continue to say that, but Binance failing to get U.S. exchange listings for BNB is yellow flag for crypto analysts. Is that not racist? I'm being serious. Do you know what happened here in Atlanta with the MARTA?
Yeah, they had to change
They changed it because basically we have several lines here in MARTA, which is our traffic or our mass transit subway basically here. You have the red line and the blue line. I think you have the green line that runs east west. I don't ever get on that one. I don't ever know that one. But then you had the yellow line that they created that went up to Chambly. Well, Chambly in that area is heavily known for their Asian population. They changed nothing. They didn't change the color. The color was the exact same, but they changed the name. They changed it from yellow
to gold, right?
To gold.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know that we just went over there just talking about racism. And now they're saying it's a yellow flag for BNB. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't think everything's racist, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I didn't think the yellow and gold thing was that big of a deal. I understand why they did it. I think the people that immediately see that and think stuff like that is racist, maybe a little, right?
Yeah.
But that's what this reminded me of.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I had that
I'm
context.
I'm sure they were just trying to play on the World Cup, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Is that what it is? Is that a reference to the yellow?
A yellow flag is like
See, we say soccer over here, so I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah.
But now in my brain, I can see it. Okay. All right. Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange by volume, has been the focus of crypto market speculation in the recent weeks. The company's auditor had stepped down. FTT gets designated as a security. Well, we've already talked about that. Exchange, Kraken lists over 120 tokens, but does not list BNB. Okay, so I had an interesting tweet over the weekend where I talked about what was going on with Binance and charges. Could they face charges in the United States? Somebody brought up a very interesting idea, which is are the funds between Binance US and Binance commingled? Now, we don't mean the customer funds, right? We mean the custody funds that they own. And if Binance, because I believe Binance sent, if I remember this correctly, Binance sent a bunch of money to Binance US, but that in itself is not commingling. Commingling would be if the Binance US funds and the Binance funds were in one wallet, right?
Correct.
And I don't think that's correct. So look, 2019, the SEC asked them to get US customers off, and they did it, and they complied, and they did it in,
the time frame allotted. Yeah.
The time frame allotted it very quickly. So very interesting. Okay. Top Solana NFT projects, the gods and Utes are headed to Ethereum and Polygon. Wow. Shocker. Guys, look, if you're in Solana, will you just listen to me? Get the frick out of it. If you're in Solana, get out of it. Not financial advice. I can't give you financial advice. Tell you what I would do. Get out of it. It's going to continue to go down. Wendy's saying her target is $3. If it gets down to $3, you want to buy back in? Shoot, have at it. Is Solana at $3 going to be a good investment? Maybe. Might be. It's not ever getting all-time highs again. I don't believe. Do you believe we'll ever see a Solana all-time high again?
No, that was like over 250, right?
No, it wasn't 250. I think it was around 200, I think. Well, let's get the people the right number here.
I think it was.
Let's look here. For the weekly. Oh, yeah, you're right. It was
249.
260. I was basing that on the fact that they said that about RAN earlier with the 250. I guess Solana did get to 250. But guys, this thing's never hitting all-time highs again. I don't see it. Solana's dead. It's going away. Yeah, F's in the chat for Solana, guys. The Money is NFT. Very sad it was on Solana as well. So Donald Trump's NFT is on Polygon. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Polygon will be on Vimeo, by the way.
Yeah.
People are excited to see that. Also Solana on Vimeo.
Yeah.
But also Cardano. So that we think that's going to be, we'll be the only, obviously we do some work with Vimeo. Investor advisor there for that. And it'll be the only multi-chain with Cardano, I believe.
Yes.
Which has proved to be very difficult, but we have done it. We've cracked the egg there. Okay, moving on here. We have CNBC's Jim Cramer warns. Well, let's actually continue here on the story. The two collections were created on Solana in October 2021 by Rohun Vora, an NFT creator who goes by the pseudonym Frank the Gods. They're the two most significant NFT projects on the Solana blockchain regarding floor price. The details of the bridge will be released. So they're doing a bridge from Polygon, Ethereum to Solana, I guess, is what they're saying there. CNBC's Jim Cramer warns Solana and Litecoin holders, says he wouldn't touch crypto in a million years. In a new CNBC interview, Tom Crown, where you at? Cramer says he sold all his digital asset investments and would not enter the space again. Hold this man accountable. When this man comes back into crypto and buys crypto, there should be a massive backlash. Massive backlash. When he says he will never touch it again. You know that's a lie. Guys, this guy's involved with FTX, by the way. You can't convince me that Jim Cramer is not involved in a similar way that Kevin O'Leary is to FTX. You know why? Anyone pushing a narrative that Binance caused FTX, just like Jim Cramer has done, they're paid, period. Paid, period. There's no way he's either paid or he's literally the world's largest idiot, the most incompetent man in the United States outside of Gary Gensler. That's what he is. There's no way you can push this narrative. He also calls some blockchain projects the creation of money by Cretans. The fact he uses Cretans in a sentence tells you that he is as old as the Roman Empire itself. So there you go. All right. Litecoin, I definitely look. I've kind of changed my mind on Litecoin a pretty good bit. Because when our bill becomes clear and what the goal of our bill is going to be, Litecoin is going to be very well positioned for that bill. So I think look, it's hard to argue Litecoin's a security. I think that's a pretty strong argument for staying power, regardless of innovation. So there you go. Litecoin creator's brother expects the bear market to be over certainly by 2025. This is old Bobby Lee, the creator of the what's the name of his wallet?
Ballet wallet.
The Ballet wallet.
I love seeing him at conferences out there. Still like, I mean, he sells that thing so hard.
He
does,
does,
like
man.
it doesn't like he's selling it one by one by one.
And he gets influencers excited who don't know about it. You know,
impressive.
He gets influencers excited about it, so they'll like come up to him and be like, "Well, now keep in mind they've got a spreadsheet with all the private keys for those wallets." By the way, that's true actually. But you know, they'll come out and they'll be like, you know, because you guys know I know like all the influencers. They come see me at the conferences, and I'm friends with most of them. The newer ones I may not know, I get to know them and stuff. And you know, like, oh man, I met with Bobby Lee. Like, you know, have you heard about this Ballet wallet? It's really cool. I'm like, well, yeah, I've heard of it. You know, like we did a video with them a long time ago. It wasn't sponsored, but anyway, we gave away some Ballet wallets. That's where I think it was Ken Bozak really exposed that they've got all the private keys somewhere in the database. And that makes it pretty concerning. But yeah, this is Charlie Lee's brother. You know, no offense to him. I don't hate the guy or anything like that. I think the Ballet wallet's a good idea. I think it's great for adoption. It's bad they got the private keys stored. Yeah. That's the killer for me. And I don't know, maybe they changed that. Maybe that's old information. Maybe
it could have been updated, but it was for a long time. You know,
it was for a long time that way.
Trust, obviously, which is not the point.
According to a report by the Daily Hodl during an interview with Rishad Salamont, David Ingles on Bloomberg Markets Asia, he says, Bitcoin has crashed down below 16K. Previously, I've said it will probably go to 15K. Given the magnitude, it could go of FTX, could go to 13K or even touch 10K. But that's going to be a very dramatic crash. There has to be more bad news to come out, lining up with what we're telling you. As we know in the market in the last week or so, we're looking at the troubles of Genesis, one of the prime brokers. So something bad happens with that, or something bad happens with the USDT stablecoin, then we could see much worse price coming in a few weeks. And I've said the same exact thing. If we see Binance fall, which I don't think we're going to see, if we see Tether fall, which I don't think we're going to see, if we see Genesis markets, a little more 50-50. If we see one of those, we will see lower prices. Without one of those events occurring, I think against the macroeconomic picture, I still believe, not 100%, but I believe the Bitcoin will stand the test of time and the cycles will continue. Let's see. You are promoting ETH. This is from Lazy Fame. I guess lazy because you just did a super chat. Now you're famous. You're promoting ETH, but you're not saying that currently ETH network runs by 4,100 nodes globally. 23 of them run on Amazon nodes. Bitcoin is run by 47,000 active nodes, 10 times more decentralized than ETH. Great. Never argued it was more decentralized than ETH. Never argued that. All I've argued, or that it was less decentralized than Ethereum. All I've argued is the tokenomics are better. That's all I've argued. I haven't said the network is better. If you think I said that, then you haven't been paying attention. And I would really push back against that 47,000 number. We don't know that. The last time I checked, we had 10,000 known nodes that were without VPNs. The number supposedly is much higher, but I don't know where you're getting that active number from because a lot of those are on VPNs. So, okay. All right, moving on. XRP, where's the XRP army at? Throw the X up. Craig Wright, my friend. He's not really my friend. He has me blocked on Twitter. So there you go. There's my flex. Calls XRP useless pump and dump scheme. Ripple CTO hits back. I reached out to David Schwartz on Twitter and asked him to come on the show, and he hasn't responded to me. So, I mean, do I want to put him in the bad haircut club? I like him, so I'm gonna abstain right now. But David, you're pretty close. You're on the cusp. You're on the cusp.
That's the rocker cut, though. That's the old hippie rocker.
I mean, to me, it's like the George Costanza combined with the rocker, and I just don't know how I'm feeling about it. What was that last super chat? Top 3 alts and next bull run. Please give me financial advice. I can't, but I'm gonna go. My top 3 for the next bull run. I'm probably gonna say XRP. I think ICP because it's down so much, and I'd probably lean Algorand, honestly, knowing it's down 95% as well. I mean, what it hits on the downside is very important, guys. Look at the all-time high of ICP compared to where it is. Look at the all-time of Algorand compared to where it is. And of course, look at XRP compared to the all-time high in 2017. So I think I'm going with those as the top 3. Where you look at Polygon. We love Polygon. We love it. But not down nearly as far as those others. Is it going to get the momentum on the upswing? Because it's held pretty well. Yeah. It's what we don't know.
Hard to get away from Ethereum, too, if you want consistent winner.
Of course. Ethereum and Cardano, consistent winners, obviously. But I'm saying top 3 for gains. I would put those 3 all in potential. Do you think H-Bar can have a run like Solana did last year during the bull run? Sure. We're going to be doing a video with them very soon. So, David Schwartz, self-proclaimed Bitcoin creator, got into a war of words over Bitcoin adoption by institutional investors. However, this heated conversation took a wrong turn toward the XRP token and utility. Self-proclaimed Bitcoin creator implied. That's Craig Wright. The Ripple CTO is unaware of how finance works. And he holds no idea how the legal framework works out. Yeah, David Schwartz really doesn't understand Bitcoin while he carries no experience in institutional investment. Now, I will say this. There's a theory out there that David Schwartz created Bitcoin. Have you heard this?
No.
Oh, this is a very solid. The XRP people swear by it. They swear. They swear he created Bitcoin. So I don't know. XRP people in the chat, let's see it. Put out those David Schwartz theories. Let's see. Meanwhile, Wright claimed that he's putting the truth in front of it all. XRP and Ripple would sue him if it wasn't the truth. David Schwartz to sue self-proclaimed. Is he going to? Did he say he would? No, David Schwartz did not say he was going to sue Craig Wright. That's a very misleading headline there. So I don't think he said that. He got on me for a lawsuit, so I doubt he'll go the lawsuit route here. There we go. Quick hits. We already talked about BitGet. IRS delays $600 crypto tax threshold, citing need to clarify conditions before rollout. I'll tell you what I've been told, which is we're going to 100% to a retail tax in 10 years from now. That's what I've been told. We'll see what happens. He looks like Peel in character for Key and Peele. I didn't say it, David. David, I'm on your side. David, we're friends. We're frenemies. Me and David Schwartz are frenemies for 100%. That's why, if he was an enemy, he'd be in the bad haircut club already. But since he's a friend of me, I'll keep him where he is now. He's not in the bad haircut club. Not in the bad haircut club. He keeps putting me in leather, which that's a guaranteed way for him to put me in more leather. I don't know where I'm going to go with that. Cardano founder photo with Snoop Dogg boosts Cardano sales by 33%. He got a picture with Snoop Dogg, and there's his monkey. As you can see over here is Bored Ape. Let's see here. Who else? Who are these people? Who are these rappers? I don't know who these rappers are. Let's see who else was in there if it says who they were. It does not. It does not. Champ Medici, probably one of his sons. He's involved in Claymates. Let's see who the other one is. So there you go. All right. Guggenheim Scott Minerd passed away, age 63. Moving on. Crypto lender Nexo's potential acquisition of rival Vault is called off. So, okay, if you're Vault and you're missing money, you probably didn't want to hear this. Japan to lift the ban on foreign stablecoins like USDT in 2023, which is good because in 2023 we may see USDT banned in America, which I do think we're going to see. Mike, Dan with a super chat. Are you aware of coins building on XRP like Solo? I guess you're talking about Sologenics. There you go. Can a layer 2 flip a layer 1 in market cap? I guess hypothetically that's possible, correct, TJ?
Sure, yeah.
I would see no reason why it couldn't. I don't think it will, but all right, let's go with some questions here.
John Connor, XRP price. You think if David S leaves Ripple?
I don't think it'll matter a lick. I think they'll get a new CTO in there, and it won't matter. I think David Schwartz would tell you. David Schwartz, the man, the myth, the legend himself, I don't think he matters a hill of beans in the price of XRP. Well, I can't say it. Guys, don't forget to smash the likes. Here as we get towards the end of the stream here. What are my thoughts on BSC potential?
Binance Smart Chain for those at home.
Binance Smart Chain. They call it BNB Chain now, I believe.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't think
Finally,
it's called BSC anymore.
Great, because I'll stop messing it up. I still call it BCS chain.
I think it's the BNB Chain, I believe. Very interesting. A vast majority of our viewers are super interested in the BNB chain. That we've been looking at some analytics, and it is very interesting to see.
Well, it holds up well too. Bear market and bull market we've seen now at this point.
Yep.
You know?
So I think it's got a lot of potential going forward. I think BNB's got a lot of potential going forward. I'm not going to tell you that they may try to consider BNB a security. That's something to watch out for. But overall, I think the chains you just have to understand it's more centralized than the other chains. When you understand that going into it, then you can make better investment decisions, I believe. So, all right, what else?
10 years, 2 more bull runs.
Guys, I showed you the chart. When you look at that Bitcoin mining chart, the price of Bitcoin's got to keep going up significantly to support the mining.
Yeah.
Do you disagree with that?
No, I agree 100%. That's the whole premise. I mean, or the difficulty adjustment, but yeah, it has to.
It has to. It has to, or else it's just not going to be profitable. So, Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Okay. No, I didn't take that from no, you're wrong. So you're listen, you're just an idiot. I'm sorry, lazy fame. You're an idiot. You're putting words in my mouth that I didn't say. I didn't take from that. I took that from when we had a Bitcoin maximalist on the channel. So you don't know what you're talking about. So be careful with the accusations. And I'd appreciate it if you bring correct information to the table when you're going to make a super chat instead of saying idiotic things. It doesn't make sense. Guys, that's all we got for today. We got more videos for you today. One at 3 o'clock, one at 10 o'clock. Appreciate all of you. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays if you celebrate other holidays other than Christmas. Me and my family, we celebrate Christmas, had a great time, and really look forward to this next year. I mean, this is a time during this week where you kind of just think about everything that happened during the year and what you're going to be setting your focus on for next year. We're going to be bringing in the New Year's, watching Georgia beat Ohio State. Go Dogs. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.